Yo, I'm Bob. In the Masters of the Universe, happen to be totally blind since birth. Going to be unboxing an action figure from the Origins toy line. He's the deluxe action figure from Mattel. And this is Battle Armor Skeletor. Always fun to have Skeletor decked out in armor. We already took a look at him wearing his samurai vest in the Turtles of Grayskull series of action figures. So, I'm going to unbox him. So he's got additional accessories to his left in the packaging, so I'm probably gonna have to unbox them a bit differently so as not to lose that stuff. I don't want to drop nothing. Got a mini comic here, and yes, I am still saving those. I think I got like 40 something of them by now. How are we gonna do this without having an accident here, dropping some stuff? Okay. I think I can get the figure tray out without dropping the other stuff. I see the Havoc staff on the right, all that good stuff. Come on. Here he comes. Alright. So there he is, raring to go. All of his weapons, things like that, are in the left side of the figure tray. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause the vid as I usually do, break him out, and we'll have a closer look. So back in the blink of an eye.
Space. Resume.
All right, Skeletor's out of his packaging. And this armor has a bit of a gimmick to it from what I've been able to see online. Kind of the action feature going on here is if you have He-Man attack him a couple times, the armor kind of gets dinged up over time. So right now he's got the breastplate clean with no scratches there on it. So he's got a Havoc staff in his right hand. A nice, functional Havoc staff that didn't break when I got it out of the packaging, so that's cool. This will probably be published after the Rise of Keldor and Kronos, or Rise of Evil Keldor and Kronos 2-pack when I'm filming this. So he has a shield there that is attached to his left arm. He can hold that in his hand and he can kind of have it going around where he's got it on his arm there. So it's the same shield that we get with his Skeleton Warriors, although I'm betting this thing probably came out first. Alright, let me put his arms down to his sides here so we can take a look at his little action feature. So I'm gonna have to be careful with it. So right now he's got a clean ding-free breastplate, but when you push this down, kind of trying to rotate it so we can just get a single ding at first. Oh, it goes all the way. Here we go. Yeah. So he's got I think one slash there, as if He-Man dinged his armor a little bit there, right there on the chest. So then if you hit it again, it rotates yet again, so he looks like he's got even more damage to his breastplate. Those two have been fighting, and He-Man's just whacked the heck out of his armor there. That's a neat little feature. I was really young when these guys were out. I don't even know how old I was back in the early 80s. Maybe like 2 when the Battle Armor figures came out. So I didn't have any of these guys at all. So he has a half power sword there that you can store on his back, because You know, He-Man had one half, Skeletor had the other half, and I think in the mini comics, if you combine both halves, you'd have a full power sword. You could get into Castle Grayskull, and it's a really, really cool little piece that you get. Maybe we can have him holding that just a second here. Ah, he dropped his staff. Oh, good.
Pause video.
Hold your sword then.
Space. Resume.
All right, so here's his half of a power sword. You have to get battle armor He-Man to get the other half.
Stop. Pause video. Space. Resume.
All right, things have happened since I paused the vid, trying to get the head sculpt switched around, loud noises outside, so on and so forth. So I hope this is the alternate head. If not, we'll just do another head swap here. He's supposed to have an alternate head, maybe with a smirking face. Ugh. People yelling at each other out there. I don't know what's going on right now. It's quiet now, but it distracted me, you see. Skeletor's happy, though. He's fine. He's got his armor intact. And all right, let me switch the heads.
Stop. Pause video. Space. Resume.
All right, yeah. So this looks to be the head that he came out of the packaging with. I don't think he's got an alternate expression on. I really wish we could have gotten a head with no hood, just the skull exposed. I don't think we're going to get that in Origins. Masterverse has one. I don't know if I want to get that one or not. He comes with his Havoc throne. But, yeah, there's the alternate head. Let me just switch them.
Stop. Pause video.
Right back.
Space. Resume.
Yeah, it's back on here. I guess this is the alternate head that he comes with beside him in the packaging. Just trying to do some head comparisons here. I think I read that he's supposed to be smiling, which is probably disturbing. If he looks like really happy Skeletor equals a scary Skeletor. So yeah, that about does it for the action figure itself. I like the armor that he's wearing. It's a really cool breastplate going across the shoulders. I wish he had armor for his arms and his legs as well. It just kind of looks interesting with him just wearing his breastplate here. But it's a cool armor bit for him. Swap it around again, so he's got more dings. Really cool little action feature. I'm glad that they, from what I understand, they recreated the 80s action feature here. And I love shields, so it's nice that he has his shield here. Let me grab his Havoc staff. He dropped it. Actually, I dropped it. Get that back in his hand here. Glad that he's able to have a Havoc staff that didn't snap into. That would be cool to have a story arc maybe in which his staff snaps in half. Nah, I don't think you can do that to the Havoc staff, though. That would, I don't know, maybe upset the balance of Eternia, because you have to have the power sword, the Havoc staff, the staff of Ka. I can't imagine what would happen if one of those... Well, we already saw what happened when the power sword broke, but it would be interesting if his Havoc staff busted at some point. Alright, love that shield. I might actually give my second Skeleton Warrior this shield, because I think there's only one shield in the packaging with them. So it's, you know, it's the same shield with the skull on it. So yeah, one of them could have a sword and shield, one of them could have a spear and shield. It's cool to give Skeletor a shield too. I think Skeletor wielding a shield, especially if he's, you know, gonna bash someone with it, it's probably a pretty cool. That would make an interesting fight scene. And I like the Havoc staff. It's pretty much like all the other Havoc staffs in the line, I think. Just a stick with a ram's head on top of it, but I love the design of the staff, like the horns. Would have been nice if we could have gotten a blast effect piece with the staff, like something shooting out of the mouth or the eyes or something that you could attach to the top of it. But I think I'm going to rate him a 10 out of 10 because he's Skeletor and he's got a really cool armored look to him. Nothing untoward about the staff. Came out of the packaging just fine. So, yeah, I like him. Till next time, guys.
Stop taking.